Hey there. The Cambodian Cinderella is a typical Cinderella multiform, where one stepsister is degraded and made to do chores. Angkat meets a friendly fish who is sacrificed and killed by her evil stepsister. The bones of the fish turn into golden slippers, one of which is taken to the prince, which leads him back to Angkat. The prince and Angkat are married, and the evil stepfamily is consumed by jealousy, so they develop a plot to kill Angkat. Outside the house, the fire roared and the great iron soup pot came to a boil. When Angkat leaned down to add more wood to the cooking fire, her cruel stepmother gave the signal, "Now!" Together the scheming threesome pushed with all their might. Over went the cauldron on top of Angkat. The princess was crushed and died instantly. The wicked ones conspired together. Our chance has finally come. They put on sorrowful faces and appeared before the prince to give him the tragic news. "Oh, honorable one, we are grief-stricken by the death of Angkat." Then they hastily shoved Angkat before the prince. "Be assured, though, that you will not be without a wife." The kind-hearted prince, not wishing to dishonor the memory of his treasured young bride, agreed to allow Angkat to live in the palace.
Returning home, stepmother and father found an unusual surprise. At the very place where Angkat had been killed, a beautiful red-leaf banana plant had mysteriously appeared, its leaves glossy and broad. "That plant was not here yesterday. Where did it come from?" asked stepmother, alarmed and frightened. "Do something," she cried, fearful that Angkat's spirit had come back to haunt them. "I'll get rid of it," father agreed. He ran for his machete and hacked the banana plant to pieces. He hoisted the stalk and leaves onto his shoulders and made his way deep into the forest. As father threw down the banana plant pieces, sturdy bamboo shoots rose out of the ground. A massive stand of graceful bamboo appeared, gently waving in the breeze. The wicked fisherman was amazed and bewildered. Needless to say, the heartbroken prince continued to mourn the untimely death of his cherished wife. One day, to ease the sorrow, his companions decided to take him hunting. Together, they set out for the jungle. They forded swift streams, they trekked through dense forests. Tired at last, the hunting party agreed to set up camp and rest under a majestic grove of bamboo. "Is this a dream?" thought the prince. But no, he heard it again, a soft rustling sound. Entranced, the prince listened intently. So pure and gentle was the sound of the evening breeze through the bamboo, the prince grieved all the more for Angkat, his lost love. "What I was hunting for, I may have found. I must have this bamboo at my palace. Dig it up," he insisted. Instead of jungle kills, the prince's astonished companions trudged back to the palace, weighted down with the bundles of bamboo. Day after day, the prince sat alone in the cool green shade of his bamboo grove. One day he heard the peculiar sound again and listened more closely, softer than a breath. He heard Angkat's voice whispering in the bamboo. "I am here with you, my dear prince." Falling to his knees, the prince beseeched the spirit of virtue for the return of his one true love. Suddenly, he felt a presence, faintly at first. He looked up. In the pale green bamboo, surrounded by a shining light, stood his cherished Angkat, glowing with inner beauty. The prince reached out to his beloved princess. Their hands touched, and they felt blessed by the spirit. Peering from her window at this scene, Angkat shrieked. In panic, she fled from the palace, pursued by cats hissing, dogs howling, and birds fluttering wildly. Together, with the cruel, scheming stepmother and father, the three were banished forever from the land. The prince was crowned king, and Angkat became his rightful queen. Rising above their tragedies, they brought prosperity and happiness to the people. From that day forth, the spirit of virtue blessed them abundantly. Peace and joy reigned over the magnificent kingdom of Cambodia for many years to come.